Hi, welcome to this Rapid TV News video. I'm Joe O'Halloran, Editor-in-Chief, and I'm here with Jonas Engwall, CEO of Bedrock Streaming. So Jonas, you guys actually undertook a massive reorganization right in the middle of COVID. So tell us what that actually meant.
Yeah, basically we went into COVID. I mean, the company's been around since 2008, but the structure we have today and the name Bedrock was done literally April in 2020. So that's just going into COVID. We were at the time roughly 200 people, and during COVID we doubled the size of the company. So we're more than 400 now, which was obviously an interesting experience. We did all the interviews naturally virtually. We sent computers to people's homes. Logistically, it was an interesting challenge, but it worked out, and it was quite interesting the year after when we started to coming back to the office to meet people kind of for the first time. It was an interesting get together.
But as you say, the industry almost came to you. In that time since 2000, we've had the fast industry, the AVOD industry, direct to consumer everywhere.
Yeah.
But good timing?
Very good timing. I mean, we were obviously, what we do is all about streaming. Our company is fully geared towards streaming. We're passionate about it. And of course, during COVID, everyone turned to streaming. Streaming went through the roof in terms of usage, and I think everyone in the industry, if there were any skeptics left, I think they were convinced. So yeah, so definitely the industry kind of kept or caught up with our ambitions and our vision around streaming.
Well, you've communicated that vision to customers like M6 Group, Celto, RTL, Julie. How did they change over the last couple of years? What they've asked of you about their budgeting and priorities?
I think the requests are similar. It's just that the focus shifted. Right now, it's streaming is so top of the agenda, and everyone is rushing to evolve their streaming strategy and platform, and you know, I would say now those who started and had some kind of an AVOD presence, they quickly wanted to add and also have SVOD, and we're kind of ending up with what we talk about as hybridity or hybrid. It's a platform that, you know, basically caters to all different users. So that's what we see now, basically.
Given all that, and as you say, given hybridity, how are we seeing this at IBC2022 in terms of products?
Well, I think, I guess going into IBC, there's been plenty of news. Big guys like Netflix and I mean the very SVOD players are all going into AVOD and basically adding advertising. So I think that everyone going to IBC had that in the back of their minds, that this is where we're going towards. So I see that pretty much in the market everywhere.
And in terms of what Bedrock are offering at IBC, how are you addressing those needs?
So we're lucky, right? We've been doing AVOD, SVOD for a long time. We have different clients, and even though they're kind of converging now in the middle, they've come from AVOD or they come from SVOD. So we're familiar with all these concepts. We're familiar with the business models. We have an extremely broad variety of content, VOD content, linear, live, sports. So for us, it's quite good. Obviously, it's a never-ending, let's say, chase to improve. We're constantly making the platform better. We're constantly making hybrid work even better for the customer, work even better for the clients, being even more flexible, etc.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Very nice. It's you know, it's tiring to have virtual meetings all the time. So yeah, meeting people in person is a blessing.
Real people, real products.
Real people, real products. Yeah.
So finally, maybe unfairly, given there's been so much change in your history, let's do a bit of predictions. What's going to happen in the next 12 months to see?
I think that you will see more advertising coming in, as we talked about. I think there will be lots more pressure on those players from the advertising community to really step up their game, because advertising is quite complex with measurements and really. So I think that's going to be continue. I think the hybridity that we talked about will continue. I think not all users are the same. We in the industry talk a lot about personalization, and I think having a hybrid platform is exactly that. You know, you're catering to different customer segments in different ways. So I think we will continue seeing that trend. And then I think just more streaming. I mean, everybody's streaming, so more streaming.
Good for everyone. Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.